Hey guys, okay, so this video is just gonna be like behind the scenes random things we did for the release party. Things we did last night. So this will come after the release party video, but I just thought I'd show you some random things. Like right now, I'm trying to be a good husband, I'm trying to pack the car, and we got our snacks. We got stuff for the kids, the box for possible book sales. And then we got a whole lot of drinks. Look, and I even made a sign to make sure everyone sees it. I'm gonna put balloons out front. My hand's kind of shaky, guys, I'm sorry. I'm like jacked up on some caffeine. So, the whole mindset behind this party though, is to have fun. Like, we don't care about any kind of book sales. We're losing money with how much we're spending on the actual party because it's all coming out of our pocket. But the point is, we've gone through this whole process. It's been 4 years. She's worked so hard, and now she just wants to celebrate. She wants to have fun. And darn right, she deserves it. You know how it is, parents out there. So today is a celebration, and it's just all about Mari and finishing her hard work. We don't care about certain things, book sales. We want to help people in the process, obviously, but tonight is not that night. Tonight is family, friends, and whoever comes along. It's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be real simple, but I'm gonna try to take random clips. But I am gonna be recording on YouTube Live. That video will come first, but then I'll try to get as many clips as I can. But there are gonna be a lot of people and friends and family, so I don't know how much I can talk. But this is just a little intro. Off we go. Oh yeah, it's that time. Let's do this. I wonder if they have any balloons here. I don't know, Sub. Do they have any balloons here? Oh, you mean that gigantic, enormous amount? That's crazy. We're here to get some balloons before the party. Look at how good she looks. She looks stunning. Oh, look at that. She even said hello. I'm a lucky man. Balloons, balloons, balloons.
It's giant.
Whoa.
It's 10 for $1.
Seb, you gonna make it? Oh yeah, just fit. Woo! Guys, how'd I do? Totally shift made. There's the church. It's gonna be around back, so I thought I'd make a little sign, a little entrance. I don't know if people will see it, because it's gonna be dark soon. But there's my handiwork. So we're setting up shop. My niece is trying to... Oh, forgot it, we got it. Yes, we have lights. I put together that last night. That was my pride and joy last night. So we're in the fridge, kitchen, tons of cupcakes, drinks, snacks, all that good stuff. And then look, you come through here. Like, how cool. All right, so I just got the ice, and you get one bag of ice, right? I got a 22-pound bag. Then I see it, and I'm like, I don't know if that's enough. So what's the rule? It's always better to have too much than not enough, right? So I got two, and now I'm back in my old stomping ground, Lorraine. This is where Madi and I lived for 8 years. So it's kind of surreal to drive around and do little errands, because it has been a while. It's been 3 years plus since we've been here. And even though Madi grew up here, it's just, when you're not around, you kind of forget things, the nostalgia, everything about it. But back at Dollar General, getting some ice. Off to get the pizza. Sorry, so I was waiting for the pizza. I mean, right? That's what you do when you're sitting in your car waiting. Well, that's what I do. All right, pizza time. Oh my goodness. Are you guys seeing that? Are you seeing the steam? Oh, that's hot. That's hot and fresh. That's hot and fresh. Can you see that steam? Pizza time. Well, not for me, but for everyone else. So that's it. Off to the release party. And now we're just gonna have fun, enjoy ourselves, and I'm gonna record YouTube live. So I don't know how much. I'll probably record more at the end of the night for this video. Thanks you guys for bearing with me and coming on my journey while I try to help out Maritza. I'm so excited for her. So pumped. Love my wife. Love my family. See ya.
Hot.
Interlude.
Hot.
Okay, so I forgot to update everyone that our niece is gonna speak. So this next part is our niece speaking because she stepped over and she read us her essay on autism, and it was fantastic. And you guys don't know, the background is her and Julian, our oldest son, have been going to a special needs autism camp, volunteering the past 8 years. They're now paid workers, so they are well versed in all autism. Great empathy, great understanding, and they have a heart for it. So we're proud of both of them. And we wanted her to read at the party. So after we heard her essay, we're like, oh, you're reading that. So the next two parts are her reading and then Madi, and then the end of the video. So interlude. Jay, say goodbye. Say goodbye. What? Two brothers? Spider-Man just webbed us. We have the whole family. We might as well. Jay, can you say goodbye?
Hi.
Bye.
Thing that I'm really passionate about. So Dylan, a 19-year-old who has autism, is able to speak to this world for the first time with the aid of a laptop. Through his words, he explained in his experiences what it is like to have autism. In his perspective, having autism was like your mind is held captive by the body that you were born into. Dylan has the same thoughts, opinions, and dreams as everyone else, but his own body wouldn't allow him to communicate these ideas, which had felt always just out of his grasp. It was painful every day, not being able to say thank you to his caretaker or tell his mom, I love you. Dylan had even developed friendships with the stuffed animals because of the severe isolation he had felt. Through advanced technology, Dylan was finally able to convey the thoughts that he had trapped in his head for years upon years. Surely but slowly typing every single word. People had cast him aside and underestimated him as a human being, but with one single laptop, everything changed. People who have autism tend to be misunderstood, deprecated, and treated less than. Tending to be undermined, many think that people with autism don't understand what people are saying and doing. But what is autism, and how does it affect the body? Autism, also known as autism spectrum disorder, is a mental disorder that affects more than 200,000 children and adults annually in the United States. Autism is a disorder that can not only affect the mind, but can also affect a person's physical state. Autism is unique to each individual who is affected by this disorder. Mentally, some can face social challenges such as not understanding social cues, avoiding eye contact, compulsive behavior, repetitive movements, or repeating patterns of words or actions. Some may even be affected by speech delays or mental delays in their age, such as motor skills. Oh, and it can even go into physical matters, such as motor skills, hypersensitivity, murmuring, nervous tics, changes in voices, and anxiety. In the workplace, schools, homes, sports, and more, people with this disorder tend to be cast off and forgotten. In reality, about half of people with autism have IQs that are of average or higher intellect than most. Celebrities like Tim Burton, James Durbin, Susan Boyle, and even more have autism and are living successful lives despite the hurdles they had to overcome. Many people with autism can set their sights on a dream and achieve goals as everyone else if only they were given the same opportunities. Instead, a majority of the time, autistic individuals are in the shadows, labeled as the troubled kid, rude, or even just unintelligent. But most teachers in a regular classroom aren't trained to understand or know how to handle or work with children with autism. By the time my own brother was 4 years old, the doctor had told us that Brennan had autism and had been low functioning because of his avoidance of eye contact, and would most likely not be able to verbally speak or even attend school in a regular classroom. The teachers who had interviewed Brennan for Head Start and kindergarten said the same things, and it had started to take a toll on my family. When Brendan had turned 5, he started talking. Slowly over the last couple of years, he has learned to try and socialize with other kids and is at the top of his class's academics. He's not only 2 grades ahead in English, but also a grade ahead in math. Brendan has friends, and although he has many struggles, he's a striving person who has dreams and hopes and a future. Even my cousin Jaiden, who has autism and is low functioning, still has thoughts and feelings like everyone else. Unlike my brother, he cannot communicate hardly through speech, but through a picture book with different foods, feelings, and actions, he is able to tell us when he is hungry, happy, tired, or upset by pointing and grabbing pictures out of this book. Every person that has autism is a person through and through, even if they cannot communicate to people through speech or aren't able to grab a picture out of a book. Even if their mental age or mental ability is lower than normal, they are still individuals and should be given the same opportunities and respect as everyone else. By doing little things in your community, such as walkathons and donating, or just being an open advocate, you are helping another autistic child find their own voice. They are just as human as everyone else, and by volunteering to read books or sing to camps for special needs children, you don't know how much of an impact that makes on a person's life. Just by saying a couple words or understanding gestures that that child or adult has made may make them feel the best that they have ever have. School systems should be working to have teachers that understand this disorder, or maybe even having more classrooms and schools that are dedicated to autistic children, and that have teachers that are trained to know how to help the individual student shine no matter what obstacles that they face. Many people argue that people with autism don't know anything, or they're just being difficult. They say that an autistic child should be treated the same as any other kid, and if they don't listen or understand, it's because they're doing it on purpose. Or they say that they're unintelligent and we should not waste our time helping these children and adults. But people who have autism should not be written off by such labels. Although their actions may be spontaneous, their voice loud, they hold no malicious intentions. They're simply frustrated. The words won't come out, their actions misinterpreted. In America, the scene for autism isn't too bad. There are programs and summer camps dedicated to children with special needs, and even one of our local schools in Lorraine called Spectrum, which my brother attends, is for children who have Asperger's syndrome. But in other countries such as China, where your worth is dependent mostly on your intellect, people with autism who are more low functioning and other special needs children tend to be cast off to the side. By spreading awareness and validating people with autism, we can help millions globally around the world that have autism spectrum disorder. This is why Autism Awareness Day is such an important day to bring coverage and shed light on a disorder that many have no idea about. Autism awareness is so important not only to the people with autism, but to their families as well. People with autism are misrepresented, belittled, and sold short despite their minds being as vast as everyone else's. If only they were given the chance to blossom and show you the amazing person that is held captive sometimes by their own body, then you could truly see who they are. Some might not be able to speak, some not even able to socialize. But by talking to them, signing to them, and even helping them point at pictures and communicate, every little gesture helps validate them as a person. So be loud and stand up. Make your voice heard and be an advocate for those who do not have a voice. Change the perspective of others and let them see another side to the puzzle.
That was awesome.
That was.
Thank you guys for coming. For those of you guys who don't know me, I'm a wife to Kevin and a mom to 3 boys. Julian, Jaiden, and Sebastian. Jaiden is our son with autism, and he's 12. Stories of our lives can sometimes be powerful in motivation, right? But I think having a child with autism, like Kevin was talking about, it gets hard sometimes. And writing this book, I would drive to work, listen to worship music, sit in the parking lot at work, and just write for like 15 minutes before going into work. So that's how I got this book done. It was a lot of prayer, a lot of singing, and just thinking, about all the things that we've gone through in the years. And what I really wrote this book for was to help newly diagnosed parents that have kids with autism.
Amen.
It wasn't just for the whole autism community, but I have a heart to help the parents that when you get that initial diagnosis, you feel lost and confused and you don't know what to do. So that's why I wrote this book, Autism in Our Home. This book, I hope, will be a blessing and a gift to many parents who have newly diagnosed kids with autism to find direction. And I hope that they also find peace in their spirits and the journey, because it can be very hard, but it's also very rewarding, because while being a mother has its challenges, it's the greatest gift ever. It's the best gift. So I just pray for peace in their spirits, and thank you all for coming today. I'll be in the back doing some book sales and signings, and I have Ashley and Nick, my great friends, that will be providing music. So thank you guys for coming today. I appreciate it.
Well said. Right? No way, I'm keeping my composure. And we're done. So everything went great. I cried, which won't be on there. I had to talk about Mari. Every time I talk about Mari, I cry because I'm so proud of her. These people are amazing, Ashley and Nick. Thank you guys. The reason I didn't record more, or I didn't do YouTube live, is we had a debacle, unfortunately, with one person's car getting stuck in mud. They missed the entrance, it was kind of dark, and I was setting up, getting a tow truck and doing all that. So that's why that didn't happen, but everything went really well. We got good friends. God is good. Things went really well. It was fun to celebrate. But again, I apologize for not recording what I was expecting to record with YouTube Live. So thank you for everyone out there that's been supportive of the book. This is only the beginning. We have lots of destinations we're going to be hitting, and helping out parents in need, just starting their journey, just starting the season with their kids. And tonight was actually two parents that opened up and said how much they learned and didn't even know about it. Say hi, Nick. Hi. So real quick, let's get mine. Hi guys. So we're at the end.
We are.
Ashley, thank you so much. Woo, woo, woo. Mari, final thoughts on the night?
It was wonderful. Very grateful for my great friends and family. It was great.
Great.
Bye.
Great.
It was good.
All right. See you guys. Love you. Till next time.